XRPL gets a shocking last score. Yeah, you heard me correctly. They got last for security. We'll talk XRP price. MetaMask has picked some chains where they're going to launch their stablecoin. Do you want to know who they picked? I got you covered. We're also going to talk about a front running for meme coins. Yeah, celebrity meme coins. We're going to go D-Gen action along with Bitcoin and the bigs. They're getting ready for a juicy September. The question is, will you be ready for a juicy September?
I say lots of naughty things, so here's your warning.
Yeah, they got last. And this isn't like golf where like the lowest score wins. Yeah. Heat map, red. Yeah. September gonna be a juicy month. That's what the bigs are saying. What am I saying? Well, I'll have that video linked at the end. I give my own September prediction. Now you know the deal. You, the viewer, matters most. That's why I bring your comments at the beginning of each video. Iron Turtle starts us off and says, thanks, Klaus, for keeping me grounded. Well, that's gravity and centripetal force. But I get what you're saying. Well done. El Loran, channel member, and thank you to all the channel members for your support. I greatly appreciate it. Says, be nice if Putin and Powell could play nice. Wow, are you asking for a lot? You need to reel in your expectations. Putin and Powell playing nice? Whoa. And hell could freeze over too. Trick says, thank you, Klaus, for all the work you do and keeping us all in the loop. Trick, thank you for you being you. And thank you all for watching the videos. The channel would be nothing without you. Heat map, sure thing. Bitcoin, ooh, we had profits a few days ago, right? We had big profits a week ago when we were at 124,000. ETH was at 40, what? Almost 4,800. XRP's at 289 while Doge is at 21 cents. 8 is at 86 cents. And yes, everyone, the market is still oversold. You heard me. I said oversold. Bitcoin will come back alive again in September, says Anthony Pompliano. 113,000 is oversold. I agree. I think we're way oversold. Here's what he said. What I think we're watching is a market that's maturing. I agree. I said that about a month ago. Institutions are coming in and it's getting bigger. And so what you're starting to see is kind of a muted volatility. That's what Pompliano told CNBC on Thursday. And it means that people are hoping for BTC is going to go to 400,000, 500,000 bull market. This cycle is probably not going to happen. And that's what I've been telling you. All the wackos out there with the insano predictions, that shit's not going to happen. But what is going to happen is decent, sustained growth. So you reel in your expectations and yeah, you're going to get good juice. But also people who think they're going to get 85, 90% drawdown in the bear market, that's not going to happen either. Exactly. We're not going to get the nastiness. So the players out there that are like, yo, Black Swan event, we're going to shit ourselves. We're going to shit the bed, pee our pants, have to shower because we just soiled ourselves. Bad Mexican food along the highway. Maybe it was a rest stop we weren't familiar with. Yeah, we screwed up. We got the burrito grande with the hot sauce that's been laying on the countertop in the sun for a while. That wasn't a good idea, was it? You know where they cut the top diagonally with the scissors so you can dispense more out of it? And it was like an old ketchup bottle that they refilled with hot sauce? Yeah, we've all been to those places. So all of a sudden, Pompliano is like, yo, you're not going to get the nasty pullbacks. You're also not going to get the insano melting faces. You're just going to get gains, baby. He says Bitcoin has gone from contrarian trade to consensus trade. In order to do that, you need to be less volatile. Oh, so now BTC's become a bit more stable. Crypto's become more stable. We're not seeing the insane volatility that we have, and I agree. But that also means that we've got some good upside in September because we're going to get regs. And I'm going to talk about that in a video linked at the end of this one. Why since June, regs in September has been the month all along. That's why everyone who commented in this video got to see the September prediction video. So, what the f*** is going on? Fake Kanye West coins, what, girlfriend? First of all, who the fuck bought into Kanye West coins? Ye, my bad. For real, celebrity meme coins, look, if you want to play in the riskiest of riskiest markets, if you want to go to the club, and if you want to be at the club at 145 when only the drunkest of drunkest chicks are there, and the ones that don't have dudes, and you want to play that game, and you want to hook up with them ladies, and risk playing that game, where maybe it burns when you pee shortly after, well, guess what? That's what you're gonna get when you play the game with meme coins in crypto. So here's what happened. I'm going to summarize the story for you. Bunch of players bought some coins. They bought some Yeezy coins and some Swasti coins. They thought it was from Yee. Just throwing it out there. All of a sudden, Yee announces his official launch. His coin is called YZY or Yeezy. So people that bought the Yeezy coin spelled Y-E-E-Z-Y and Swasti coin are like, yo, so we didn't buy real shit? Nope, sorry, rugged, done. Those two coins that I just mentioned lost 88 and 78% from their Wednesday high. Why? Because it was the wrong coin, bitches. So what's the lesson we've learned? Number one, why are you getting into celebrity meme coins unless you are seriously degenerate? And if you are, that's on you. Good for you. I'm not to that level of degeneracy in my life. I have done some bad things, but not that. So, it happens. MetaMask picked who to run their MUSD stablecoin? Ethereum and Linea. Ethereum, is that a shock? Not really. Considering 52% of all stablecoins are run on ETH. Now, Xrpl ranked last for security score. I've got it right here on the screen. Everything you see on this video and all my other videos are linked in the description. They ranked last. How does Xrpl rank in terms of stablecoin juice? Well, I said Ethereum was first with 159 billion on there. Xrpl is ranked 25th with 164 million. That's million. Ethereum is billion. So, MetaMask, no wonder they picked Ethereum because that's where most stable coins are launched. After Ethereum, which is 52%, Tron now has 30%. Solana, 4.2%. BSC, 4%. Hyperliquid, 1.85%. Then Base, Arbit, and Polygon, Avalanche, blow me. There you go. XRP Ledger gets a last place score, a 41 out of 100 for security because of their SDKs. Yes, everyone, their SDK. XRP Ledger security score refers to KAIKO's numeric assessment of their network security and resilience. KAIKO assigned Xrpl a 41 out of 100. There you go. Wouldn't you be proud if your kid came home with a 41 out of 100 on a test? Fuck no, you wouldn't be proud. On August 13th, ranking it last among 15 blockchains evaluated. Oh, a result driven by decentralized metrics. That's not good. Low node count. Decentralization fears. There you go. And supply chain incident affecting an SDK. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Let's keep learning. Now, because of this, players at Xrpl, like the players involved in that ecosphere, are like, yo, you're not taking into account everything. You're not looking at everything. You're not looking at the whole picture. Well, say that all you want. You still have KAIKO, who's a well-respected player, saying this. Just throwing it out there. Is it going to affect the price of XRP? No. Does it hurt the XRPL ecosystem? I don't know. I mean, KAIKO is well-respected. Will some builders stay away? It's possible. Will some money stay away? It's possible. I mean, like, if you were to look... Okay. So we looked at stablecoins earlier. 52% of the stablecoins are launched on ETH. Like, nothing is really launched on XRPL. Look at the XRPL scores. ETH got a score of 83. XRPL got a score of 41. Okay. High validator count there. Low node count for XRPL. frequent audits, SDK supply chain issue with XRPL. So you kind of have one ranking really good and the other not. One's got a lot of stable coins on it, the other one doesn't. So you kind of get my point, right? One is 4,251, the other is $2.89. Now, I'm not trying to be mean, I'm just showing you the news. Good, bad, happy, or sad. What did the comment in the beginning of the video say? Hey, thanks, Klaus, for keeping me grounded. Yeah, I bring you the news. Factual, not the hype, not the hopium, not the BS. So if you wonder why XRP's priced the way it is, it's because when you look at some of the data around the ecosystem and XRPL is tied together. Yes, it is. It's part of the ecosystem. Just like XRP is part of the Ripple ecosystem, right? It's all kind of this big sphere, you know, kind of a big blob, if you will. It's because of stuff like this. Solana scored very high. Large validator set. Arbitrum scored very high as well. A bunch of other players scored very high. Again, it's not a nail in the coffin. It's just, it is what it is. You wouldn't be happy if your kid scored a 41 out of 100. That would be bad. If you had a work review, and on your work review you scored a 41 out of 100, your boss probably would say to you, you need to fucking tidy up your shit or else you're going to lose your job, essay. Now, price-wise, look, it's not the prettiest on the screen. Altcoin season index is still holding true, 42 out of 100. We are seeing outflows in the market, but we believe it's oversold. We believe this is all profit taking. Why? Because players sold out on the profits of ETH, sold out on the profits of BTC, and that's what moves the majority of the market. The majority of the market is ETH and BTC. So when ETH and BTC start pooping themselves, yep, there you go. ETH got to a high of 47.88. Players took profits. BTC got way up here to 124.4. Players took profits there too. And these players took profits because they knew all along, ever since June, and probably before June, that September was going to be the month. Heck, even the banking committee in the Senate made a public announcement about September being the month. So these players pump it all up, right, y'all? Right? Pump BTC to all-time highs. Pump ETH to mega action highs of 47.88. And then they take some juicy profits. Drop the market on down. Get it ready for the September juicy action. There you go. Why is September juicy? Well, I've got it linked at the end of this video. So what's going to happen with XRP price? Well, XRP gets caught in the crossfire of BTC and ETH. Oh, there you go. XRP gets to some juicy action, 365, and then what? Yep. People take their profits. We wait for September to get the regs. When's the biggest pump for XRP? In November, when we had a change of what? Presidency. And that was big because it was a pro-crypto presidency, the promise of regs. When was the next biggest pump for XRP? This move right here. When what? When Crypto Week was announced, which is what? Oh, the working on regs. Genius Act and Clarity Act. So it's all about regaronis. So this action right here where we're selling off and people are taking profits, they've talked about this since June. August was a trap month. Did a video about it over 2 weeks ago. I'm telling you right now, the September is where it's at. You got players out here telling you right now that, you know what? Everything is oversold. September is going to come back alive. You've got the rate meeting with Jerome Powell happening in September. You got ETFs happening a few months after that. Yo, the writing is on the wall. You just got to see if you got the stones to deal with what everyone, the profit taking and sell off that's happening right now. So you get last, huh? How do you explain that one to the wife or to the parents that you failed that test? I mean, whatever, it is what it is. Maxis are going to be in the comments like, yeah, but that's because of it. Look, you got fucking last, and like a public big company, KAIKO, who does a whole bunch of security verifications for crypto companies out there, gave you a last. Type defend all you freaking want. Last is last. It's bad. Are there a ton of stablecoins in XPL? No, there's not. Are there a ton on ETH? Yes. Did ETH get a high score? Yes, it did. Does ETH have the golden pass? Yes, it does. Does that mean you should get an ETH? No, I'm just telling you how it is. Telling you the things that are going on in the market without some bias hopium crap. Is it cool that ETH has the free pass? No, it's not. But hopefully XRP and the rest of the alts will get the free pass in September when we get the regs discussion. That's why September is so key. ETH won't get the benefit because it's already got the free pass, and same with BTC. That's why those two players were pumped big time here, and then what? Dropped on their heads. Players talk about it since June. I shared that article with you in June when it happened. Yeah, it's actually kind of cool because if you've been watching this channel for a while and you watch all the videos, you actually see I share you the news telling you what the timelines are. So either way, that's the deal. That's the story. Price-wise, just going to have volatility through September. And I'm telling you right now, it's not going to be early September. It's going to be end of September with these players. They're not going to get it done early September. They're going to blah, 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 blah. And they're going to drag stuff out. They're going to be all dramatic about it. Last second stuff. Ooh, we had to make a negotiation. We had to reach across the aisle. And there were some holdouts from the Republican side, and we had to deal with them. And oh, we had to make some last minute negotiations with those people too. But there's some good, hard working people over there. Shut the fuck up. That's what's going to happen, okay? They're going to make it work last second, try to make themselves look like heroes, but they're just losers. That's what we're going to get. That's how it works in the United States. So, choo-choo what? Choo-choo last-minute heroics. It's going to get done in September, even though they announced it all the way in June. Video, it's linked at the end. It should have popped up on screen by now. Catch y'all later. Choo-choo, bitches.